So I came to US 2012. Coming to US, it was like a childhood dream that I always wanted to come. American has this symbol of like free and you can do whatever you want. You can be whoever you want without being judged. And it's a immigration country. Like people who come here are immigrants.
Bryan Quirarte left China in 2012 when he was 23 years old. He came to the US on a student visa to attend Hampshire College. Today, Quirarte is an account manager at a children's entertainment company. His other job is serving in the US military.
I always had this dream as a child that I wanted to be in the military. So the college I went to is called Hampshire College. It has like a rich history of activists that graduate from that college, which I'm really proud of. So I joined the military in my senior year. I kind of gather where this is from because my father's a police officer. And then I kind of grew up in the environment that like law enforcement and people like are men, like people who are kind of in that kind of similar kind of culture, and I feel very comfortable, and I feel like that's a really good training for me.
Quirarte enlisted in the US Army through MAVNI in March 2016. The normal process is MAVNI recruits sign a contract, shipped to basic combat training, then get naturalized. Unfortunately, Quirarte's shipment to basic training kept getting delayed.
I was planning to just go right after graduate, and then they delayed it for 6 months. So I'm like, okay, so maybe I should wait for a year after graduate, and that's fine too. And then that got delayed again to indefinite. So I think it probably delayed altogether maybe 3 times, and then the fourth time they say they don't have a date.
Quirarte was unable to ship to basic training, but was required to attend monthly drill trainings. During this waiting period, Quirarte applied for naturalization.
If there's nothing settled down, like why I'm still here? Why would I invest in this country if this country is not investing in me? I feel like I already, like it's kind of like I'm dealing with a bad relationship, right? Like I'm putting all my time serving. I do all the right things. I went to a good college. I pay my taxes and I got my good job. Like I'm trying to do my part to protect the home, the environment that I'm in. But on the other side, they're not doing anything. They're just like, oh, whatever. And then that hurts a lot internally. It hurts. It feels like I'm not worthy. Then the effort that I put in doesn't matter.
3 years passed, and Quirarte's naturalization application was in limbo for so long that he considered leaving the country.
I had my immigration paper for Canada already. Like I was cleaning the house, like they are still there, and I was about to like send in my applications before I just before I met my husband, because I already sent my N-400, which is application for citizenship, meaning that you have an immigration intent, and then also I joined the military. That means that if I leave US before I become a US citizen, it's almost impossible for me to come back. So I made a list for myself that the things I want to do in the US for 6 months. And then I was just making friends as I was doing my thing. And then I just met Alejandro, and he came along, and we were having some really good adventures together as just friends. And then the friendship developed into like a relationship, which was nice.
Quirarte and Alejandro got married in October 2018. This allowed Quirarte to extend his visa to stay in the US for 6 more months. Quirarte decided to submit another application to the US Citizenship and Immigration Services, this time for permanent residence.
At that time, I have 2 applications pending. One is my green card, one is my naturalization. And then I didn't see any hope for naturalization.
Quirarte finally got the news he was waiting for. His naturalization application has suddenly picked up pace and was approved before his green card application. Quirarte was sworn in as an American citizen on September 24, 2019.
I put my backpack down, and then I pulled the paper out. It says approved. And I feel like my whole body was shaking. I'm like, this is true, this is coming true. And I was so excited.
Quirarte was one of the rare MAVNIs who got his citizenship before basic combat training. He will have to keep waiting for the Army's orders to ship out, but for now, he is happy to be secure in the US.
something I battle with a lot internally as well, is the idea of home, right? So up until before I become American citizen, which was September 24th, like my life changed right away. And then I was able to get a loan to buy a house, and like everything went through for my job. I just don't have that intrinsic worry about being somewhere, because I always had I always want to prepare for the worst, right? It's a booster for life, and it's like a confirmation of things I've done is not in vain, because for many years it felt like that. For many years I felt like I waste all those time and energy, waste all my expectations, all the expectations from people around me of this thing that I want to do. And I, like I mentioned, I try to convince everybody around me, my parents, my friends, my college peers, that this is the right move. But for many years, the world told me the other way. And then it finally went through. It just feels such a big, heavy relief. It feels really good.